Okay, hello everybody. Welcome back to Spiritual Growth Journeys, wherever you are on planet Earth, and welcome to all the new people who are new to my channel. And I also want to say thank you to everyone who's been supporting this channel over the last 3 years, because I'm excited to announce that I went over 10,000 subscribers. I'm actually, as of yesterday, I was at 10,019. Woot woot. But I just wanted to say thank you to everybody for your support. And today I have with me my two beautiful goddess sisters, Rosemary Levesque and Reverend Sarah Nash. And why we are here today is we are here to talk to you about our exciting women's spiritual healing and self-care retreat we're doing in beautiful Lake Coeur d'Alene, Idaho in May. It's going to be May 16th through the 19th of this year. It's just a few months away. The time will go by really fast. And we wanted to just come on and talk to you a little bit about why we're doing this retreat, why you should sign up, why it's so important for you to sign up, and especially right now before the end of December for this retreat. And we have very limited spots left. I've actually filled quite a few spots. We only had a limited number to start with, and now it's even more limited. So if you're going to sign up, you're going to want to sign up very soon. And I'm going to put the link.
We can squeeze in a few more. That's why we're doing this. So we can a few more.
We can squeeze in. We're not full yet. I definitely have spaces opened, and we will have a wait list if we have to, but we do have spots open. So please sign up. So the reason I chose to have a retreat, I've actually been wanting to host a retreat for many years, but it's just never been the right timing. And the reason I felt that now is finally the right timing is every day when I'm counseling clients, and I know these ladies can testify that they kind of see the same thing. When I'm working with women, particularly, here's what I'm noticing. I'm noticing women who are feeling really lonely. They feel really out of sorts with, their family and their friends are not on the same sheet of paper with them. Maybe they're like really awake and they're on a spiritual path, and their spouses and their kids are not, or their parents aren't. They feel kind of all alone. They're also neglecting taking care of themselves. I've spoken with so many women lately that are not doing self-care at all. They're having health issues. They're not sleeping at night. They're stressed out. I would say majority of my clients are anxious and stressed over just the situation of the planet right now. Over the last 3 years, it's making them very anxious and stressed out. And that's why I wrote the Real Fountain of Youth book. It's a whole stress management book. And I've talked in many, many, many seminars over the years about the fact that women have 1,000 times more stress than men do for many, many reasons. Yeah.
1,000?
Yeah, it should be a lot more than that. I mean, whether it's, the fact that we birth all the children, or the fact that we're still not treated equally in corporate America. I mean, there's just a lot of things.
But even women who don't have children, and there's that shame too.
Yeah.
Like, why didn't you have any children? Well, because we chose not to.
Yeah. Or your parents saying, when are you going to get married? When are you going to get married? When are you going to get married?
When are you going to get married again?
Yeah. I have single female clients whose families are kind of hard on them. And so the biggest thing I'm noticing in my community of all the women I work with is loneliness, lack of self-care, a lot of stress, a lot of anxiety, a lot of tension, and a lot of health issues. Everybody seems to be riddled with health issues these days. And so what we are doing at this retreat is we are providing a beautiful, relaxing, rejuvenating place, a very sacred, we're going to be creating a very sacred, holy space where you can come and you can connect with other women who are just like you. You can make new friends so you won't feel so lonely. You can have the support of us facilitators and all the ladies who attend. You can have that support and really feel loved and supported, like a big hug. And you can get the healing you need, because we're going to be doing healing work with you. We're going to be doing body, mind, spirit healing work, because you are a body, a mind, and a spirit. And so when we're talking about healing, we're talking about healing all the levels of you, your physical body, as well as your spirit body, as well as your emotional body. as well as your mental body. So you are going to be able to receive that at this retreat. We are going to provide all sorts of wonderful classes and activities, not just for healing, but also for empowerment, taking back your sovereignty, being able to be confident and stand up for yourself. I'm seeing a lot of solar plexus blocks on the ladies that I'm counseling, that their self-esteem is really low. They're getting walked all over like carpets. They have trauma, a lot of abuse, going back to when they were born and maybe even past lifetimes. And their solar plexuses are very blocked. I have very few women who I scan when I scan them in an appointment who have a totally clear solar plexus. And that's just because the way this planet is, it doesn't treat people fairly. There's
But let's talk about why, and I'm going to cut you off because I want to, like I said, this kind of keeps us a little bit slurred. But why should they come? I mean, why should they spend their money where they could go to a spa with, and there will be spas, lady. Is that we are now in a place where we need to begin to reach out to each other. And how do we do that? How do we get past those gateways of fear and shame and being mitigated? So this is, in my opinion, this is going to be one of those retreats where not everybody's going to be sitting around, strumming guitars going kumbaya. I mean, I know recently, Kimberly, you had an experience with somebody who kind of mitigated you for, using the F word, and you dropped the F word a couple of times, and it's about keeping it real. It doesn't mean there's going to be gratuitous cussing. There won't. But it is about keeping it real. So one of the reasons, Kimberly, I really am so glad you invited me to do this, was because I do keep things real. And
yes, you do. And then some. And you've kept me on the straight path for 12 years now. If it wasn't for you, I'd be off into La La Land.
Well, likewise. So, but I'm just, this is going to be a very real, very tangible experience. I've looked at some of your work, Rosemary, and I am just stunned.
I still am too. I'm constantly humbled by the work that I do. So thanks for calling me in. I tend to, listen more than I speak. And I think that a lot of people aren't being heard in this day and age. They're not being heard. And so for me to just sit back and listen, I'm very good at that. So I will listen. And in this retreat, I've been thinking about this also as to what is the most important thing. And I heard you say it, Kimberly, and I heard you say it also, Sarah, regarding connection. The connection that I want to foster is one with our mother, our Earth Mother Gaia. Because when we expect things to happen for ourselves, there is nothing we can do until we connect to our Earth Mother, until we remember who we are. And so that's really the foundation for everything I do, is remembering who you are. I will offer some ancient wisdom and principles and healing that help you remember who you are, help you reconnect to our Earth Mother, to call in other sovereign beings of nature. So, for example, some people call in spirit guides and so forth. Well, you know what? I have relationships with everybody. I'm only going to call in the ones I have a relationship with. So I'm going to invite you to remember your relationship with your spirit guides, because this is where we begin to do our foundational work and fostering that kind of connection. So I hope that gives you a little bit of a taste of what's possible for this retreat.
And animal spirit guides, because you're going to be talking about animal spirit guides, which to me is more important than anything. I mean, I've got so many non-human guides around me. I've got a dragon, I've got 2 Sirius B white lions, I've got a wolf, I've got an eagle, I've got a hawk, and I have a dragonfly. Those are, you know, my spirit totems, my animals that are around me. And, you know, people need to remember that everything isn't about the humans. It's about the animals and about the creatures too.
It's
Really
about
important.
all of it. So for
Mhm.
example, I pulled here a turkey feather. I have here a cluster of crystals.
Mhm.
I have here some sound healing. These are custom tuning forks that I
Love
channel
those.
for specific karmic healing work that I do. If you want me to bring them, I can bring them.
Absolutely.
So yeah, when I say nature spirit guides, it is all of it. I don't leave
Mhm.
anything out because I'm clear everything with everyone. Does that make
Mhm.
sense? Yeah.
Connecting.
Okay.
And the power that comes from having a connection with other women. So I'm anticipating, I've been shown that there are going to be some women here who are going to meet some sisters that they haven't seen for a few hundred years, perhaps. And
Mhm.
there's going to be some soul connections then and some healing that happens. So I'm really excited. Thanks for inviting us, Kimberly.
You're welcome. And, you know, so just so you all know, we do have a beautiful website that Sarah actually spent a really long time creating for this event. And I will have the link to that website in the description of this video, because that's where you can find out the venue, where we are, all about it, and also the events, the list of all the courses we're going to be teaching. I particularly am going to be teaching chakra balancing and healing, and I'm going to actually go over each participant in the group and test their chakras to find out what is blocked. And then we're going to do a class on that. I'm also going to be doing an energy healing session where we're going to actually experience how to use energy, how to see, feel, hear, touch, taste, whatever energy, and how to use it, how do I want to say, channel the energy from source through you into your friends, your family, your dog, your cat, wherever you want to put it. I'm going to be doing that. And I'm going to be leading some empowerment activities in the evenings, which are going to be magnificent. How our event works is we have a meet and greet on Thursday night. We have classes all day Friday, classes all day Saturday. And then Friday and Saturday evening, we have empowerment activities. And there's lunch and dinner breaks in between. And we do not provide the food during this event because too many people like myself have food allergies and problems, and it's too confusing. So everybody is on their own for that. And the same for their accommodations. We're not providing that. You have to find your accommodations and your transportation. We're just providing all the courses. But Sunday afternoon, we're going to have for half of the day, the first half of the day, we're going to have breakout groups and a closing ceremony. And then the second half, you will be able to have private healing sessions, or maybe tarot. I don't know, Sarah, if you're doing tarot readings with people on Sunday. And I was thinking possibly maybe that's when a massage therapist would be beneficial to come out, but it's still an idea I'm playing with. So we'll see if we do that or not. And I will be leading the people who don't want to do private sessions Sunday afternoon. I will be leading those ladies into the town to go explore shops and art galleries and or possibly go sit and meditate on the beach of the
That's
lake.
kind of what my
So,
goal was as well,
yeah.
because when I do session work, it's very involved, and it's you know, we're bringing in a lot of different energy. And one of the things that I love that you're going to be providing, Kimberly, is that women, we do have this ability to see and work with energy. And I've worked with so many of my personal clients where they'll leave a session and they'll be like, oh my God, I didn't know that I was actually working with spirit all this time. So it's like, you know, one of the things that I'm very good at is sitting with people and showing them and empowering them with the knowledge that they already have. It's like it's already inside of you.
Yeah,
So
it's
being able to
downloaded.
pull that out and take a look at it with you, I'm going to help you unpack that, because people are so afraid to unpack their gifts, because inside of that are little bits and pieces of memory and trauma. And if you've got somebody to sit there with you, it's so much easier. And when you're alone, to have those tools with you as a result of being in a situation with other women, you know, then you can go home and you can go, oh yeah, this is how I unpack that memory. And I know what to do with this trauma. So I can take this gift from spirit and make something beautiful happen. So
that's awesome. You know, the biggest thing that I see that women are going to get from attending this event is the person who enters the event is going to be a completely different person than the one who exits. You're basically going to leave this event a completely new, like a whole new person, almost like you're going into the birthing chamber and you're going to go through a pregnancy process, and then you're going to come out through the canal and you're going to be birthed anew again, like a phoenix or something, because we're going to be giving you so many tools that you're going to be able to take away with you and use not only immediately, but for the rest of your life, especially the work I'm going to be doing. And I think also Rosemary, and actually all three of us, I think the work that all three of us are doing is pretty much going to be stuff that not only is going to do healing immediately at the retreat, but it's also stuff that they take with them, and it's priceless. You can't put a price on that, because they will be able to use those tools forever, as long as they exist, you know, they'll be able to use those tools. So to me, that's the best part of this retreat, is that we're not just like, how do you want to say, hit and run kind of thing, where you go and you have this experience and then it's over with, and then that's all she wrote. This goes beyond it's not just the experience of the retreat, it's beyond the retreat, because they're going to be able to take maybe even new friends too, that they're going to make, they're going to have for the rest of their life, you know, lifelong friends, especially people connecting who had soul contracts or knew each other from past lifetimes. I noticed that when I put together groups of people, there always winds up being people who recognize each other. You know, it's like, oh my gosh, I've known you before. You know, we've been together in multiple past lives. And so they're going to get to experience that. You know, whoever you are, if you come to this retreat, I can't guarantee what the % of healing is you're going to get, but what I can guarantee is you are going to leave with a lot of positive change that you did not have before you came to the event. And that's what I can guarantee, is the positive change and transformation that will take place. So, yep. Anybody want to say anything else about this, or?
I think we should end with an om.
An om?
An om.
An om.
Yes. We just hold hands as we
virtual
are,
holding hands.
There we go. And Kimberly, you start us.
With the om?
Mm-hmm.
Om.